Hey Virgo, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a timeless tarot and oracle reading for you, asking what's coming towards you. So whenever you see this, that's when you're meant to find it. That being said, of course, be real with yourself. Only take what empowers you. If you'd like for me to pray for you, if you'd like other Virgos and cross watchers to send you their good juju, it's only love and light in this space. I seal that with my intention. Simply say hi in the comments or leave an emoji, whatever you're comfortable with. That allows us something that represents your energy that we can focus on. I feel like it's the pathway that our energy can take to get to you. All right, I know it's woo-woo, but you're on a woo-woo channel, boo. All right, and lastly, I want to say there's what's called the hype button. YouTube just rolled out for smaller channels like mine. That allows you guys, it empowers you guys to tell YouTube, hey, more people should see this. Hey, this channel should grow. So if you feel so inclined, please hit the like button. Please hit the hype button. I appreciate you. All right, so we start with the message. You will soon enter into a beneficial partnership. Luck and longevity bless this union. Nice. And then our next message is a mudra. And so this will come with a hand gesture that empowers you. I've never seen this one. That's cool. Stop. Stay a while and enjoy. So you actually put your pinky together with your thumb and you put your hands together like so, like that. I like that. With each breath which I take, I let myself be carried deeper and deeper into calmness and empty space from which I draw new strength and abundance. This is the cool down mudra for any of my ADD and ADHD Virgos. Hyperactivity is not very enjoyable. It saps one's energy and weakens the immune system. One feels like an overstretched piece of elastic, and strangely enough, one cannot even stand the peace which one is trying to find. Perform the cool down mudra as often as you can and be careful to be aware of your breathing. I like that. We can all relate to that. So we're going to get right into your tarot. What's coming towards my Virgos? What's coming towards my Virgos at the time of viewing this? Only taking the cards that fly out for you. If they flip in the deck, we look at them like little clues. If they fly in reverse, we read them reversed. Nice. Lovers card flew out upright. Tower card, which means something interesting is about to happen. I like this. It's a bit of a strange reading. But that just means that it's probably specific. I'm going to have to unpack all these cards. We start with the World card in reverse. That means that something isn't closing up, something that's been left open, like meaning an old chapter in life, maybe a lack of closure with something. You'd like to have a new chapter, but there's something that needs closure. We'll unpack that in a second. But what I like is the Five of Swords in reverse, which means, cutting your losses, not sticking around, trying to compete or trying to fight for something in particular. This might be with a person. It could be stepping away from the competition of some sort of ordeal where you're like, I'm no longer interested. It's wiping your hands clean of it, which is a release. It feels good. Five of Swords, usually. Let's unpack it in a minute. Page of Pentacles. This is taking on a humility, curiosity, willingness to grow, research, learn in an area. It's vague, I know, but we'll unpack it. Queen of Swords in reverse. That is a mean old bitch. That is somebody who can be male or female, gender's not attached. But it could be somebody who's harsh with their words and their opinions. The Tower card is an event. This is a shakeup. You have no control over it, but you can control how you react to it. And might have happened in the past already for some of you guys. And then we close up with the Lovers card. So I'm gonna get more out on all of this. We're gonna understand a lot more in a couple seconds. But the Lovers card is about alignment with a relationship. And it's a positive card. There's usually a choice involved. It used to, in fact, be called the choice. So what is this chapter that hasn't closed up? The Sun card, that's positive. something hasn't come to an end, I think that you're actually happy about. King of Pentacles is your energy. Two of Swords, a decision. Tough decision to leave, walk away from something. So something didn't come to a close. Something was left open. It's like putting a foot in the door and the door can't close. But something about this makes you very happy. There's been a tough decision around this. And it felt almost like you were making the decision blind if you chose either direction. And I feel like, here's the wild twist in it, Virgo, is given the Two of Swords, right? Which direction do I go, left or right? I think you go in your own direction. Instead of, this leads to worry. This is confusion. She's blindfolded as an analogy to not being able to connect to that inner voice. Oh, which way to go? You know, we all want that voice to be really strong in us when we make a decision. But oftentimes when it's not, the question is why? And there's fear attached to this. Maybe there's fear because maybe there's a knowing that neither of those directions is correct. And so what you do is you go in your own direction. This is leaving something behind that you cared about very much at one point, but now you're just more intrigued to find out what's beyond those hills in the unknown. And that is going to feel good, like the first time that inner voice has spoken up. Very interesting reading. Five of Swords. Ah, that's what it is. Instead of being part of the fight, choose left or right. Which do you agree on? Which way are you going to go on? You're washing your hands of it. Five of Swords. It's like you can be nobody's pawn if you're not playing the game. What's the Five of Swords in reverse? That's a Piscean move, boo. That is a Piscean move. It can be a Gemini move too. An Aquarius move. It's like it's stepping outside of the rules of the game. It's stepping away from the board and realizing, oh my gosh, you can see the parameter of the board and there's a whole world out here. The Magician card. You make your own way. I'm proud of you. This is a really cool energy. This is, so you're stepping away also possibly from things like convention or rules or structure. You're all going through something different, but it's very creative energy. And it's experimental, thinking outside the box, making your own way, making your own rules, making a third way, taking that like imaginary machete and going through the jungle and creating a new path, because the left or right is just, neither feels right to you. Okay. So let's get a new deck of cards. We've already used them. So this is where we get that growth mindset. That's why Page of Pentacles popped up. So now let's give you a couple of scenarios, right? Because you're all going through different things. If this were a relationship, it was between a rock and a hard place, you had to make a choice somehow in a relationship, you might be walking away from expectations in that relationship, maybe the relationship itself, but it makes you very, very happy as well. It could just be walking away from the limitations that are being put on you. If this is a job, you might be going out on your own, starting your own business rather than, or starting a new role at your business rather than having to just have, okay, this or that, you know? So what's required of you? That humble curiosity of a student, a willingness to stretch and learn. It's going to make you so happy. And beyond just the scenario itself, I think it's just going to feel good to welcome this fresh energy and see this fresh version of yourself. The Nine of Cups is a self-satisfaction of being kind of proud of yourself. You're going to be thinking outside the box for sure. You're going to be reprioritizing a relationship or a partnership here. This is, tell me more about this one sec. Oh, the card that kind of flipped out on its own was healing. I'll take it. Healing. Healing. Strong movement forward, reprioritizing things, making space, room. getting back into alignment somehow with a partnership. It could be romantic. It doesn't have to be, though. There is a sense of equal give and take, looking at things differently. Who's this Queen of Swords? This Queen of Swords does not fit any of this energy. This is an individual. Now, this could be a part of you that you slip into when you're out of balance. Sure, that could be. But this is somebody who can be real sharp-tongued, somebody who can be really opinionated. Who is this individual for my Virgos? Oh, come on, a chunk of cards. We'll take them. Who's this Queen of Swords for my Virgos? A lot of intuition popping up around this individual. Okay, listen. This is where, unassuming, there is a big burst of energy around the corner. There's a big opportunity regarding this individual. First of all, let's take a look at the big picture. You've invested a lot of time. Somebody's invested a lot of time and energy in something with this person. 7 of Pentacles. This is a moment of evaluation. With a maturity, looking at the big picture. This is an opportunity to step back, course correct. How do you want to do this? Something has to come to an end. This is just natural. The Death card is a natural ending. As natural as it is for the leaves to fall off of these trees around us, to make room for fresh buds in spring. I always compare it to that. So this is coming to an end. Your energy is tired around this individual. What's taking its place is High Priestess, intuition, going to be guiding you. Another intuition card, the Moon. What you don't see here, and I think some of you guys are facing some fears in this whole process. What you don't see here is this big burst of energy that I was talking to you about, the Ace of Wands. This is an opportunity. Something actually, I don't think you expect this. An opportunity. Tell me about this opportunity. This is going to be an extended, you guys. It's already at 12 minutes and we still have 2 more cards to go. So I want to be as helpful as possible to you. For those of you who like advice and longer readings, then that will be a link in the description box below. Get the words out. My mind's going too fast. Okay, listen, the opportunity that is around the corner, little do you know, is actually total alignment, happiness. There's something about this Death card. I think it's because you're not following these rules. You're not listening to the Queen of Swords. Doesn't have power over you somehow as much. Letting something move out. It's wanted to let go for a while. And then this beautiful, passionate, excited energy takes its place, and it's happiness, alignment. My nose is itching. Fresh deck of cards. Let's ask about this Tower. This is an event that you don't have control over, but you can control how you deal with the situation. So the Tower card for my Virgos. King of Cups and 5 of Cups. Empress. An event forces you into closing that chapter. We have the World card upright, but my nose is itching so much. I'm going to spend some time on this. That always happens when I need to focus. The first card out that we got was the World card in reverse. And I said, how interesting. This is like putting your foot in the door, not letting the door close, not having full separation from an old chapter, not letting yourself get closure in an area. But it's leading you to something that you get excited about. Instead of, I think, just accepting the options that you're given, you choose a new option. That's where you become creative and inventive. And I was like, oh, I'm so proud of you. This event is forcing you to close a chapter. But what's there is so abundant. something that can really grow, something that's really positive. But you are going to feel some sadness possibly or disappointment around King of Cups energy. It could be, what is this relationship with the King of Cups? This could be a friend, or it could be somebody in your life that you just feel disconnected with. It could be a disconnection with, it doesn't feel terrible. It doesn't feel like Three of Swords. It just feels like a little disappointment, maybe in a group of friends or an individual. This Tower card kind of gets you to that place. But what's actually happening is that you're able to finally move on, and that you take on a direction that you can fully grow in. So what this is like, it's basically the universe responding to what you wanted anyway. You manifested this with a magician, right? You decided, hey, listen, option A and option B, neither are good for me. They don't feel right. So then you kind of take that machete, bushwhack your way through the jungle and create a new option. Well, now the universe, it responds by giving you an event. You can't turn back now. We've now shaken it up. And you might feel a little disappointment, or you might feel a little bittersweet there, but now it makes it real. Now it's like, okay, can't turn back now. Now it's like the whole world opens up to you. This could even come with travel, expansion. It's positive. Then we have the Lover's card. Intuition is on point. Page of Pentacles, again, this is that learning, that willingness to grow. Considering options, Seven of Cups. So we have all of a sudden options popping up to you. This could be literally new options to go forward in a relationship in new ways, or even new relationships, but you are connected again to your intuition. And this is being willing to adapt, trust, grow, change in a healthy way. Anything else on the Lover's card? Seven of Pentacles, again, like this is also a very responsible energy of evaluating what matters to you in your life. Up until now, you've had so many experiences that have made you who you are. You also know how hard you'll work for things. You'll know what you'll work for and what you won't. This is all Seven of Pentacles energy. It's all underneath the Lover's card, the alignment of energy. So I'm going to go on to the extended. I hope that this was helpful for those of you who I'm leaving off here. Thank you so much for joining me. I adore you all. And for those who want to follow me to the extended, that link will be below in the description box. Take good care.